definitions of belonging have changed over the years. My first belonging was I belonged to my family, belonged to the town I grew up in, belonged to the school I was going to, belonged for the teams I was playing for, belonged to the religion that I was brought up in. And what that tended to do was really separate me out from everyone else, because it was separating. It was sort of us against them, our town against your town, our religion against your religion. It was really, really very separatist. And as I grew older, I became to dislike that feeling of separation. But it was not until about 30 years ago, when I started meditating, that it started to work for me. And I had always tried to access my spiritual nature through the use of alcohol and drugs. But when I stopped doing that, something had to take its place. And what took its place after a period of time was meditation. I'd try it, and I'd try it, and I'd try it, keep going back and trying it. And one day I was meditating on some dewdrops on a clover leaf. And I had the sudden knowledge, not the idea, but the sudden knowledge I was connected through that dewdrop to the clover leaf, to the planet Earth, all the people on it, and the cosmos itself. And I was frightened to tell anyone about it. I said, I'll end up in a quiet room in a mental hospital if I say this to anyone. But I kept doing it, and the exploration kept paying off for me. The experience kept getting deeper. Now this is somebody, like most people in that year, I was going about what was different from me than anyone else, the individuality, and the judgmentalness of those people, whatever. And suddenly I felt like it's not them versus me, we are the same. I had, years ago, the only emotion I really had, and a lot of, was anger. And everything else was an act. I could act happy, I could act joyous, I could act however the script called for. And that's what I did. I was going by a script. How was one supposed to act in the situation? And that's what I'd do. Even when I was in business, I'd go by a script. Well, this is the way that it goes when I walk into a client office. This is who I am when I walk in the door. I had no idea who I was. Leadership can be isolating. I was a leader early in school, I was a leader early in the workplace, a leader in the military, and that can be isolating. Because the people look at you very differently if you're a leader. Yes, they want to make you happy, and they can act like they like you because it's politically feasible for them to do so. And there is a problem with leadership is that it can give oneself a self of self-importance that just is not realistic, and it destroys the idea of oneness. And it's the antithesis. It's the antithesis of oneness. It's one with. It's not me above. You know, I'm in charge here. So listen to me. You know, it's like one thing in military. I told you to do that. Damn it! So get that done and get it done now. You know, I was good at that. You know, told you to make that bunk. What were you in the Navy? Didn't they teach you how to make a bunk? You know, so that's what I used to do. And I had the ability to do that. I loved little kids because the kids don't have that sense of self that adults get. They don't have the sense of I am important until they get to be about age 11, 12, 13. Then they start to inherit the idea that I'm important. I define belonging as a sense of oneness with my environment, no matter where I may be. And then I belong.